Hello and welcome to the Redmayne cutting board. Really nice to see you back. Today it's -7 outside, so I am wearing the Redmayne corporate cardigan. There's always a rush for this because every night it gets hung on a radiator and the first one in gets the warm corporate cardigan. And today it's me, but for you I'm going to change and put a coat on. Isn't that professional of me? See you in 1 second. Bingo, there you go. Look a bit more professional for you. Nice cold coat. Let's have a look at these cloths. Let's have a look and see what we've got. Okay, first on the list. It's an old one, but a good one. Carlo Barbera, okay? Italian. We don't use a lot of Italian cloths, I have to say. But the Italians are making, this is a very good quality cloth, but they do give unusual colours and such like. It's not a bad weight. I'm guessing the weight. It's about 9 ounces. But even that base colour is just lovely and refreshing. Sort of purpley lilac. The way the other checks are in here, the colour will kind of ground it a little bit, so you'll be able to wear it with lots. So it's strikingly different, but it's going to be very user friendly. This I know is California bound, so in all that beautiful sunshine I think that might turn a few heads. Heaven forbid. Right, okay, this one I like, and the reason why I like it is for once I actually own it. Okay, this is from experience, but I'm going to give you a little cloth selecting lesson. In almost 40 years of doing this, nobody ever picks a cloth, puts it on and then says, ooh, it's a lot darker than I thought. That never happens. They put it on and they go, that's lighter than I thought. That's generally what happens. So this is a great example. So if you follow me and you have a look on Instagram or whatever, you will see me wearing this coat, and I think I used it on a video when I talked about 3 roll to 2 and whatever. It's back there somewhere. Now when you look at this in the bunches, when the client said to me, he goes, I really like that coat, Tom. I'd like one of those just like that. I went, this is the range, Holland and Sherry, mesh blazering, really terrific stuff. I opened it up, I said, that's my suit. And I had the Trouble and Strife with me, which is Cockney rhyming slang for my wife, Claire. She said, no, you didn't. You had the other one, the darker one. I said, well, I'm sure it's this paler one. No, it's the darker one. Anyway, we check it all out. Sure enough, Claire was correct. The darker one, which looked too dark, and when you looked at the images of it, was actually the same cloth. So be careful. Things look lighter and brighter. We have a visitation. Told you this was live. A delivery man. Have no fear. Do you need my name?
No. Put your name down, that's it.
You know. Good man. Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye-bye. It's all happening here, you know. Yeah, so just bear that in mind. Looking at samples, humming and hawing between 2 cloths, the lighter version might give you a shock. Okay, so back to this cloth, Holland and Sherry. Can you see how porous that is? The twist in it makes it really crease resistant. I absolutely love this. So I hope our client will be delighted also. But I've worn it, I've given it a good road test. It's one of my favourites, worn with everything. Okay, this looks like one of Mr. Dunsford's. Yeah, Porter and Harding, part of the Harrison of Edinburgh group, or Leah Brown Dunsford, if you're old like me. We spoke about the glorious 12th range, where they got all of the classic sporting tweeds, hence the name, glorious 12th, and they turned them into a nice twist worsted at 11 ounce, absolutely on the button for wearing. And look at this, it's beautiful bright blue. This is quite vibrant, and a very simple dark red overcheck. Okay, Glorious 12 by Porter and Harding. Really good for a coat, really good for a suit, really good for a suit that you can separate and often wear the coat. So kill two birds with one stone. That is a cracker. What have we got here? Something similar? No, this is a suiting Huddersfield fine worsted. All right, okay. Now this one, this is nice, and I take my hat off to the guys at Huddersfield. This is part of their QZ range. Let me show you that. Hardy Minnis QZ. It's a Super 150s, which is really quite glamorous. Tailorers generally don't like Super 150s, especially bespoke tailoring, because it's quite a modern concept cloth with high numbers. But this, I don't even know if you can see it there, but look at it in the light. It has a stunning handle, but it's 11 ounces and it makes up really well. And I remember the salesman coming from this company 10 years ago, 15, saying, look, have a feel of this. It was quite a big piece they showed us. They said, look, this is a Super 150s, okay, that you will enjoy making. And the reason why we're very sort of dubious about these cloths is they cost more money, so therefore they cost you more money. And often they don't make up quite as well, and often they don't last as long. So, you know, how about that for a deal? But this does give the luxury, and it is very apparent. It is reasonably priced, and we like working on it. I don't know if you can see, but it's really, really nice. So well done to all concerned with that. That's a beautiful cloth, and chap getting that's going to really like it. I don't know what this is, but it looks very nice. Okay, they're very cool and trendy. I was going to show you that side of the label, but it's got a customer's name on now. We couldn't do that, could we? But this is, if I cover the bottom bit, Fox Brothers. Wow, give it a stew. This is really, really nice. This is beautiful. So it's a very simple, this is their, it's the flannel, but it has the cashmere in it. So it's very, very, very swanky. That really is gorgeous. Yeah, look at that. There you go. I was right. Good job I got it right. Good job I checked. Okay, so there you have it. Fine woolen cashmere. That's absolutely stunning. I will, Fox Brothers, take my hat off to you. Really nice. Okay, and another one. This is classic Fox flannel. Mind, this feels pretty soft as well. Have we got the cashmere in this one? Yes, we have. What exotic clients we have. I'd never own anything like this. Fox golden flannel cashmere. That's gorgeous. Fox Brothers 1772, made in England. This is a classic grey flannel, but it isn't ordinary. Let's put it that way. Really stunning handle, and it's for the same man. He's got very good taste. And that is a suit, which is, you know, who wouldn't want a suit out of that? All right, this one. Now, this is a first for me. And when you're an old tailor like me, there aren't many firsts left, to be honest. This is pure silk. And I honestly can't remember making a pure silk and wool mixtures. But this is Scabal. And what does it have on there? We've got the customer's name. It doesn't say much else about it really. It doesn't have anything on the selvage. Okay, but look at it. Looks silky, doesn't it? But there's a story. Look at these classic slubs in the silk. Okay, to the inexperienced, you might think, oh, there's a fault, there's a flaw in this cloth. There isn't. It's the slubs that you get in the silk. But I don't know how that's coming across, but that's really quite special. There's two reasons why it's special. One is because of what it is, and two is it's really expensive. Really expensive. This is an exchange rate treat for a client of ours, I think. But we've made for him for a long time, and he thought, no, I'm going to pull the trigger on this. There's an interesting story which you must check out. I haven't got around to do it, but you can verify this for me. Roger Moore in... Can you help me out here?
It's one in the 1970s.
Well, they're all in the 1970s for Roger Moore. Okay.
The one
in the 1970s.
Venice.
The one in Venice?
Yeah.
Okay, so the one in Venice, Roger Moore in the 1970s. Okay, he apparently he wore this, and he loved it so much because, of course, for the old Bond films, they make about 5 suits for every scene because, you know, he'd get thrown out of windows and everything. But he loved it so much, he actually asked, could I keep one of those suits? Could I keep one of those suits? And apparently there's some story goes that, you know, they pretended to destroy it in a firestorm or something, you know, to wind Roger Moore up, and he was very upset because it was very rare and hard to get a hold of. But in the end, they let the truth be known, and they saved him a suit for it. But it was this cloth. So really quite interesting heritage toward it. I've not looked at it in the film, but it'd be cool to look at it in the film. So you got to look at it in the film. Tell me what you think. So he's wearing this fabulous silk suit, but it really is beautiful. It really is quite exclusive. It's from Scabal, and as I say, it's a new one on me. Cutting pure silk, but it feels strong, but of course silk fibre, I understand, size for size dimension is actually stronger than stainless steel, you know. So you get maybe get the
talking about its effect on your shears, were you not?
Well, no, that's me getting a bit nervous about these shears of mine. Have been serving me faithfully for nearly 40 years. They actually need sharpened, but I'm too frightened to get them sharpened. So I'm going to struggle along and see how we get on. Right, what have we got here? Fox Brothers. I tell you what, I need shares in this firm. Fox Brothers, lovely Prince of Wales. Yeah. Stunning Prince of Wales. No over check on here, just a classic Prince of Wales check. Absolutely lovely handle to it. Woven in the west of England since 1772, Fox City. Really, really lovely. Not much to say about that one. Great quality cloth. I love a Prince of Wales like this. I wear one myself. Just really nice. Timeless. Here's a rarity. Dugdale Brothers, Yorkshire. Hallelujah, look at that, a chalk stripe. Chalk stripes and pinstripes you don't see as many as we should. They can be a little bit limiting because they are for business and they have that business look about them. The upside is they just always look fabulous. You cannot flatter more than nice stripes. So this is classic. Okay, beautiful chalk stripe. If you don't know what the difference between a chalk stripe and a pinstripe is, lots of people think a chalk stripe is wider for some reason, but it's actually, a pinstripe is like pin dots and it always looks a bit crisper. If you look at it on the cloth, it's like a pin dot, whereas this is a chalk and it's as if you got a piece of tailor's chalk and drew down the cloth and it picks out the fibre. So it's generally a bit softer. Chalk stripe is softer, but it could be narrow and it could be broad. Okay, yeah, lovely. I hope this isn't going on too long. Here's another one which is quite gorgeous. Who's this? A stripe again. Smith Woolens. So Smith Woolens, part of Harrison's, been around forever. I remember going to their lovely old shop in Soho. They used to have a nice old basement shop. Yeah, it's nice. So it's got a dark red, that's a pinstripe. Pure wool, made in Huddersfield, England. As classic Savile Row as you'll ever get. End of story. Solid navy. This is a fin Moresco or something. It feels it. Smith Woolens. So this will be fin Moresco. You may have heard of frescoes. Okay, they're like high twist, 100% wool suits. This has been out for a long time, and this was one of my favourites. Oh God, we don't really look at that fin Moresco. Get that man a pint. It has the fresco feel, but I think it's softer. I think it feels a little bit more sophisticated. I've just fallen out with everybody at Huddersfield Fine Wosteds. I've just fallen out with them all now. But anyway, I've fallen in with everybody at Smith's, Mark Dunsford and all them lot. A lovely cloth. See, it's quite porous. They have this lovely logo on their bunches. It's like an old aircraft from the 30s. They're all travel suiting. That's basically what it is. Super duper. One of my favourites, Lessers, Harrison's. Feels very soft. Who is this? Ah, right. Yeah. Well, this is their Lum's Golden Bale, so it should do. Yeah, this is really quite gorgeous. Twofold Super 150s, especially for Lessers. Yeah, that's gorgeous. That really is gorgeous. Is it any wonder why I like Lessers, eh? What else have we got? Look, the old blues are coming through. The classics. Another Smith Woolens. This is quite nice. This is it's a very fine bird's eye, like a fancy weave. So the Americans call them nail heads. We call them bird's eyes. And then you get a finer one called the pick and pick. This is like pick and pick, you know, very fine dots. This is almost somewhere in between, but it's very, very nice. Lessers, so it's their classic 11-12 ounce. So it's not quite as swanky as the Super 150s. This is just top end English classic cloth. Okay. I don't want to go on all day. I'll drive it around the twist. I know. Another nice Smith Woolens there. Bit of an Air Forcey blue. What's this one here? That's for a dinner suit. So this is Harris. No, it isn't. What we got here? Yes, it is. Harrison's of Edinburgh. Absolute classic dress wear. Frontier. Really good. Lovely quality. Fox Brothers, strike again. A suit. Look at this fella. Dogtooth, puppy tooth, all these different names. That's really elegant, isn't it? Can you imagine a suit in this? When you walk in a room, it's a grey suit. But you get within 5 yards, 10 yards, you're going to see the character in that. And I tell you what, it's got a beautiful handle. Fox Brothers, London Shrunk, woven in England. It's very straightforward cloth. I like straightforward. Yeah, beautiful. Right, here's a nice one to end. Stand even. These are the guys I spoke to. I think on the last video, these cloths look kind of reminiscent of the 50s to me and the early 60s. Reminds me of things that my father used to wear. I have a bit of a Reed and Taylor look about them, but it's a very muted Glen check with this beautiful rich dark tan overcheck, which is really quite, well, there you are, heritage twist selection. It's quite, it feels pretty meaty, maybe 13, 14. This is lifetime material suiting. This is make it for yourself and get busy and have children, because this is going to go through the next generation, like a Patek Philippe watch or something like that. Maybe that's what we should be saying. Anyway, and something else has arrived here. Dare we open it? Dare we open it? Leah Brown in Dunsford. Oh my, oh, Harrison's of Edinburgh. Let's have a, so we have a look. It's live, this, isn't it? I hope there's something in here that we like, dear, or it'll be a bit of a disaster. Now, although it looks really bad me opening it up, but believe me, I've done these boxes a million times. We know how to do it. You want to see us when we start ripping down suits with very sharp knives. Let's have a look. Okay. Woo! I know what that is. That is, my brain's just gone dead. This is Angora and wool, and the range is called Moonbeam. Yeah, Moonbeam, absolutely. Just gorgeous. Everybody thinks this is cashmere or something. Isn't that beautiful? Crisp, it's freezing cold. It's just like chilled. There'll be no moths in it anyway. Oh, here's a nice one. This thornproof, got to be. Porter and Harding thornproof. Look at that. This is going to be a suit. That is just lovely. And I personally know this gentleman, of course I do, and he has a lot of children. I don't know how many girls and boys, I can't remember, but I know where this is going in 25 years' time. That's all that was in there. Anyway, a little look into the world. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for dropping by to watch us. Please share this, follow us on Instagram, tell all your friends about it. And that's about it. If I don't do a video before Christmas, I'll wish you a Merry Christmas, but I'm sure I'll take the time to do it. I like the music that they're playing at this time of year. It's nice, it relaxes us. Listen, thank you for dropping in. Take care and God bless.